did this end up on the internet? They must have lifted the footage and put it on there. Why? I don't even look good. Somebody's trying to discredit me.
I don't think it's that complicated, because I think you're very attractive.
I am not attractive. I'm an attorney.
You might want to breathe now, Alexis.
Why?
Because if you don't, you're going to have a heart attack.
I can't really discuss your strategy right now because I have a little issue that I have to deal with right now. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
I haven't seen you in ages.
Well, I saw you the other night. You were hanging over some bar in your underwear.
And so fun. Bar. Where?
Oh, it's a little town outside Austin.
Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
My picture is hanging over a bar in Texas?
Well, you know, at first I didn't really recognize you, but I looked at the poster and it said Eddie's Angel, Eddie Main. Someone said it was a singer there, and I looked again and it was you.
Oh. Was it a small bar? A big bar? It was a roadside, wasn't it? It was a roadside. That's where big, hairy cowboys ride mechanical bulls, slug back whiskey, and stare at a half-naked picture of me over a bar. You need to find yourself another attorney.
You gotta breathe, remember?
I'm gonna be laughed right out of court. That is when they're not trying to look up my skirt. I can't do this.
No, you can. You can.
are a career criminal. It's hard enough to prove that you're innocent without the jury picturing me in my underwear.
No, she's right. You can't afford a lingerie lawyer. This is
lingerie lawyer.
No. She's my lawyer. She knows my case, and I trust her.
Why would I want to be a Quartermaine?
No.
I don't even like being a Cassadine. But you see, I understand the Cassadines because we just glare menacingly at each other, slip through dark hallways in crumbling mansions, plot revenge, and kill our young.
Quartermaines might be a relief.
They yell, and they drive each other to drink, and then they drive their cars into trees, and then they forget who they are, and they take drugs. The little one ended up on a roof shooting heroin. The big one, pop pills, ended up in a gutter on Cortlandt Street. You see, the Cassadines don't take medication. They just withhold it from other people who really, really need it as a form of seduction. And don't get me started on that. Because sexual harassment, the Quartermaines have been responsible for new case law.
Inhale, Alexis.
I can't. You know, I'll probably live longer as a Quartermaine because I don't have to worry about being poisoned at the breakfast bar. Unless, of course, they're insane cook is having a bad day or Reginald's trying to make a point. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I am not wearing pearls. And I'm not drinking bourbon. And as far as an heir is concerned, they have Michael.
They're hassling you about an heir already?
No. See, they obviously think I'm inept. Which means they're probably right. Because, you know, I'm not really suited for the mommy trap. And, you know, I probably won't even have to worry about it because if Ned is anything like Edward, there'll probably be this parade of illegitimate children pounding down my door. Not that a name makes you legitimate, because it doesn't, because I have a name. It's very legitimate, and I'm not changing it, and Ned doesn't want me to.
Well, there's no problem.
What if Lila asks me to?
Why would she do that?
Because you can't refuse Lila, and I'm sure she's got several pairs of heirloom pearls that she's going to make me wear probably while I'm drinking bourbon.
You hate bourbon.
I'm going to end up on a couch, sprawled out in a size 92, moo-moo, eating bonbons, reading the Book of the Month Club, and signing my name Mrs. Edward Ashton Lawrence. You know, this thing doesn't work at all.
Oh.
I mean, there's the invitations, there's, you know, those. You have to stamp and fill them out and stuff them and address them. I mean, that just takes forever, and I just don't know where I'm going to get the time for that.
The stationery store will help.
And then there's the tables. What do you do? Centerpieces, what do you put on them? You have to worry about the silverware, the tablecloths, the napkins, do you rent that stuff? I just don't know. Food,
Honey, we can do this.
You think we can?
Yes, I know we can. We'll just take it one step at a time. It's like building a court case, okay? It's the opening argument. You're about to address the jury.
A dress. See, I don't have a dress. I need a dress, and I don't know anything about this kind of thing. What kind of dress do you know? It just doesn't.
Tammy, did you have a brown paper bag?
Sure, what? Let's go.
Okay, look. I want you to breathe into this. Yes, breathe. I want you to breathe into this.
You're gonna
please.
kill me.
No.
I'll do it myself. Sit down, sit down, sit down.
Breathe.
At least she's still breathing.
What am I gonna do about these panic attacks because they just keep happening?
Maybe you should keep a supply of paper bags in your purse.
You know, that's not really funny. Excuse me. Could I see you for a second?
What's wrong?
I'm having one of those things again, you know.
Panic attack?
Yeah.
I don't have any bags
Oh,
here.
no, you know, that's really unfortunate because I'm all out of them. You know, despite my best intentions, I seem to have revolved a good portion of my life around that, and he doesn't want to see me anymore, and I'm having a bit of a problem with that. What do you think I should do? Really should be prepared for this because I know as an intelligent person that relationships rarely last, you know, especially if you're a Cassadine, because I should be grateful that this didn't end in a poisoning or a shooting or something, but you know, Ned is just angry and I should be used to that. I mean, I deal with this every day. It's a hazard of my profession.
Let's take a breath.
I'm fine.
Did you hear that? She said she's fine. Are you fine?
Incoming. What?
Take a deep breath.
And no hyperventilating.
Alexis. Nice to see you again, Ned. This is a business matter.
I can't continue to do things on your time schedule all the time.
Breathe.
Don't tell her when to breathe, Alexis. Breathe.
I'm fine. Not only are you amoral and self-serving, but that code of yours that you use as an excuse for every reprehensible act under the sun, especially allowing a disenfranchised boy to just go out there and throw away his entire...
Breathe.
Hey, you know what, pal? You don't get to tell me when to breathe.
You hate my guts, remember? How embarrassing would it be if you like passed out cold right in front of me? Be ready in 5 minutes. I'm taking you to dinner.
Asking me to dinner?
I just did.
No, you didn't. You showed up at my door and allotted me 5 minutes to change before you took me to dinner. An invitation was not implied, much less stated.
It's a good restaurant.
See, as usual, you're missing the point entirely. I am not your employee. I am not your soldier. I'm not your consigliere. I'm not your thug. I'm not one of your bodyguards. I'm not even your attorney. Yet I have recently, despite the fact that I should know better, agreed to be your friend, and friends don't order friends to do things. They ask them
breathe.
as if... Are you ordering me to breathe?
Do what you want. You want to pass out? Pass out. Whatever.
Oh, God.
That's better. Acquaintance?
I am too smart. I am too bottom line. Don't laugh at me. Sane. Sort of. As much as I like you, I can't be friends with you anymore. If you aren't going to play nicely and you're going to act like some bomb-wearing, death-defying coffee baron. No more bombs. No more guns. Because I'm high-strung enough as it is, and my nerves can't take it.
You should breathe.
Don't tell me when to breathe. I hate losing control.
I know. I'm the same way.
Crimes, because it's my job. It would be my job as your attorney to ensure that your crimes would never be investigated or prosecuted or brought to justice in any way. It would be my job as your attorney to use my legal expertise to ensure that you remain free to practice your own personal brand of complete disregard
do you ever
for the
breathe
entire
at all, or is it just
criminal statutes of the state of New York, not to mention the flagrant violations of the United States Penal Code?
You want some water?
Because let's be honest, you're a criminal. I mean, you're a very nice criminal, but you are a criminal,
Right.
and you make your living as a racketeer, which would make me a consigliere of
Right.
sorts, and that's not really a career option that I've ever considered. But, you know, then again, you know, compared to Helena, you're just a breath of fresh air.
Okay, you know what? Can you just... First of all, I don't have a consigliere, okay? I have an accountant. And possibly a lawyer if you ever learn how to breathe. You can breathe,
I'm
because I gotta be
fine.
someplace.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Sit down. Okay, I'll see you.
Okay. You know, these aren't panic attacks. I think I just have a little bit of asthma or something, and I'm gonna get checked out. I mean, truly, his greatest fault is that he puts raw eggs in his protein drinks, which could risk salmonella poisoning, which is particularly dangerous right now in the northeastern seaboard. You gonna tell me to breathe? What happens in a dream doesn't really happen, or it's not supposed to happen, and certainly is not what will happen. Mm-hmm. You know, like if you're a vegetarian and you dream about eating meat, it's not really about the meat. I mean, it's about something else, because vegetarians don't dream about meat. Or if someone mentions the word beetle to you, like the insect, and you dream about John Lennon, although it's not really John Lennon. Unfortunately, John Lennon's not with us anymore, or you dream about kissing someone. Objection, Your Honor. And it's because you forgot to brush your teeth.
Seriously, have you seen the doctor about the asthma?
Not yet.
Because, you know, the dreams could be the same thing. It all comes from anxiety or something.
Let's just forget about it.
Oh, please, don't do that.
Oh, you know what? You gotta, first of all, you gotta let yourself go. You gotta let it happen. You gotta just breathe.
Would you like a paper bag?
What?
They let me carry my briefcase in here, and I always carry an extra one.
Why would I need a paper bag? Huh?
To breathe.
Oh. When's the first time you noticed it?
You're gonna have to elaborate.
That thing you do. When you talk until you can't breathe. And don't say it's asthma, because I think we both know it's this or something like it. It was probably something from when you were a kid. That's why you can't get rid of it, because it's not about who you are now. It's about how you felt before you could fight. And even though you say it's fine now, you know, like it's over 20 years later, you still carry it around. It's part of you.
I have scotch. I have vodka. I have bourbon. I don't have rum. I apologize. I know how much you like rum. I like rum. I just don't drink it anymore, for obvious reasons. Wine. I have, oh my gosh, I've got so much wine. I've got red wine, I've got white wine, I've got Italian wine, I've got Californian. I don't have beer, though, because I always forget to buy it when I go to the store, which is probably no surprise to you, because I don't go to the store very often. I'm not very domestic. How about sparkling water?
Sit down.
All right. You know, Port Charles Tap is surprisingly good. I'm told because of the aquifers in upstate New York. I've read about it. It's
Will
interesting,
you breathe?
Actually, if you
just.
It's been a long time since you've told me to breathe.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I heard you rant.
Appreciate you talking about my personal life behind my back.
Trust me, I find Sonny's derogatory comments just as offensive as you do.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to help you out, Alexis.
What, by laughing at me with your friend here?
Who's that? Trying to get released.
Well, you're right. You know what? Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Just, you might want to breathe, because I don't want you to have a, panic attack.
Oh, look who's talking. Why don't we have a panic attack off? Hey, you know what I think you should do? You should get an executive assistant. Or better yet, a consigliere, like, you know how Bernie used to be.
Yeah, well, I thought you were my consigliere. I mean, you know, keeper of all my secrets, business and otherwise.
In case I didn't make this clear the first 10,000 times, allow me to reiterate. I am, so happy to be your attorney, to handle your legal affairs, your negotiations, your contracts, anything pertaining to your legitimate business. I don't want to know anything about your illegitimate business.
Right.
You know, if you're starting a mob war, don't tell me. And I certainly don't want to know anything about you and
might wanna
who
breathe
I am.
at this point.
Neutral Switzerland. I will have absolutely nothing to do with either one of you. I don't take sides.